Modern Helen O'Malley about art in lockdown and getting creative, and someone who's absolutely done that is Elliot, who's on the line now. Hi, Elliot.
Hello, Andy.
Are you all right?
I'm okay, thank you. I'm okay.
It's been an odd couple of months, isn't it?
Very strange, completely unpredictable and weird, yeah.
So if you don't know what Elliot does, he is a local singer-songwriter. He gigs all around the east of England and further afield, actually. I mean, you're basically international, aren't you, Elliot?
Yeah, well, around this kind of time, I'd normally be going off to Europe and doing gigs around Europe and certain things and all over the UK, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just completely dried up. When this all hit back in March, you know, I mean, obviously you had so many, as a musician, I guess you planned so far in advance. When this all kicked off in March, how quickly did the plan go out the window?
Basically in the space of a week. So in the space of when the lockdown happened, it was like a domino effect, and pretty much, and not kind of over exaggerating, and I think you'd understand because you play lots of gigs as well. I think about 6 months' work just went out the window in the space of about a week or 2 weeks.
Yeah, man. And you are a full-time musician, aren't you? This is your livelihood.
Yeah, that's what I do pretty much 100% of the time. Yeah.
So even though you're locked down in your apartment, you still thought, you know, I can't go out and gig and whatever, but I can still do something musical. So what have you done?
Yeah, well, I thought, what can we do? And basically, we can do live stream gigs in our houses. So I set up a platform to do that called Isolation Gigs. And then the next part of that, I thought, well, I've got all these great people coming on and doing these gigs online on this platform. Why don't we all try and get together and make a song and do something positive? And, you know, seeing the news stories about the NHS and everything that's really horrible going on at the moment, I thought, well, as a musician, as songwriters, as artists, what can we do really? We've got to do something positive. So I decided to do a cover of one of my favourite songs from the past few years, Be More Kind by Frank Turner, because I thought we need something to lift people up in these times. We need to help the NHS. We need to help everyone that's in lockdown. So I decided to grab a few friends together and do that.
That's great. And if you are a fan of Frank Turner as well, he is on BBC Radio Cambridgeshire talking to Ellen Ellard after 2:00 this afternoon, because he's doing a live stream gig in support of the Portland Arms. He's doing a lot of that stuff at the moment, isn't he?
He is. He's one of the musicians who's been, one of the top musicians who's been doing so much stuff. He's been doing fundraisers for different kind of bars, venues and things like that. And it's great that he's doing something for the Portland Arms.
So when you got in touch with me saying, Andy, I've got a song and it's coming out, and please can you give it a play? And basically it's me and a load of other people called the Isolation Artists. I said, yeah, sure thing. Yep. Send me over a list of who the Isolation Artists are. And you sent me basically an essay. I couldn't believe how many people you've roped in to do this. It's great.
I know, it's crazy. And it was a massive idea. And I thought, well, as we've got time, let's just try and go as big as we can with this. Let's kind of contact Frank and just ask him if it's okay. He loves the track. He's heard it recently. And I thought, let's get as many people as I can that I've met in the industry on board. And we've ended up with 18 musicians on there.
That's mad. I will give them all a shout out after we play the song as well. I'm really looking forward to giving it a spin, and I'll give them all a shout out then. So this is going to be released. Is it next week?
Yeah, next week. So because of the COVID situation, we had a bit of a delay in distribution. So we've had to be quite careful about it. But people can pre-save it from this Friday, the 29th of May. And then the whole release will be available with a really nice video that we've done as well on the 5th of June.
Great. Okay, 5th of June. We'll keep an eye out for it. All right, we'll give it a spin now. Elliot, do you want to intro it?
Yeah. Okay. So this is the first play of Be More Kind, a Frank Turner cover by Elliot Porter and the Isolation Artists.
History's been leaning on me lately. I can feel the future breathing down my neck. And all the things I thought were true when I going to lose its mind. Be more kind, my friends. Try to be more kind.
They started raising walls around the world now, like hackles raising on a cornered cat.
On the borders in our heads, between things that can and can't be said, we've stopped talking to each other. There's something wrong with that. So before you go out searching, don't decide what you will find. Be more kind, my friends. Try to be more kind. You should know you're not alone. Troubles come and troubles go. At least there's no one knows. So hold on tight when the wind blows.
The wind blew both of us to sand and sea, and where the dry land stands is hard to say. As the current drags us by the shore, we can no longer say for sure who's drowning, or if they can be saved.
And when you're out there floundering, like a lighthouse I will shine. Be more kind, my friends. Try to be more kind. Like a beacon reaching out to you when you're feeling right. Be more kind, my friends. Try to be more kind.
In a world which has decided that it's going to lose its mind, be more kind, my friends. Try to be more kind.
How good does that sound? That's Elliot Porter and the Isolation Artists, all local musicians. Let's give them a shout out then. Elliot Porter, Chloe Porter, Jess Greenfield, who's actually a part of Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds, Tom Wright, he's performed with Albert Lee and Ronan Keating, John Snodgrass, he's the co-writer of an album with Frank Turner actually, Austin Lucas, Bella Chipperfield, Zoe Phillips, Daisy Shute from All Angels, Nadia Sheikh, Harry Payne, Chloe Swaby, who's performed with Jay-Z and Tinchy Strider, Charlotte Campbell, Daniel Lumley, Jack Daubney, and Stephen McLaughlin from The Willows. Stephen also is the producer of Be More Kind. If you like the sound of that, it is for a good cause. It is going to be out on the 5th of June, and pre-save is available from this Friday, the 29th of May. All local musicians who've had their livelihoods basically taken away from them for the best part of 2020. Distribution issues, of course, due to coronavirus, but I'm sure they will greatly appreciate any support they can get and any support for that track as well. Do you have a dodgy body part? Because